Dallas Children's Theater presents the 2009 production of The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. This is DCT's 15th production of the show since 1986. And now, a brief history of The Best Christmas Pageant Ever at DCT. In the 1986 production, I played Ralph Herdman, and my wife played Beth Bradley, the narrator.
He told the real truth. No Herdman.
This year, I play Bob Bradley in The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. But underneath, I'm still a herdman.
The Herdmans were absolutely the worst kids in the whole history of the world. Herdmans were absolutely the worst kids in the whole history of the world.
Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world.
The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world.
In the 15 productions of The Best Christmas Pageant Ever at DCT since 1986, there have been 30 casts. Actors have played 1,536 roles. There have been 319 performances.
I'm telling everybody else. That's what they really thought. All that other stuff is okay. But the main good thing about the church is that the Herdmans aren't there. Ever.
Well, that's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, it's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Viewed by 143,534 audience members.
You know what Mrs. Armstrong always tells you?
There are no small parts. Every small actors.
For many cast members and their families, being in the Best Christmas Pageant Ever is a holiday tradition.
What about the lights?
They go off at midnight.
Well, that's not far off.
Oh,
It's almost Christmas.
almost Christmas, kids.
Almost Christmas, Charlie.
Many young people have grown up playing parts in the Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Here are two examples. This young man played a baby angel in 1991, 92, and 93. A shepherd in 1994. The part of David in 1996. Ollie Herdman in 1998
What's the name of this play? She never said.
and 2000.
Hey, Ollie, remember Hayden like Gladys?
Claude Herdman in 2002.
She wrapped him in wadded up clothes.
Leroy Herdman in 2004. And finally, Ralph Herdman in 2006. This young lady played Maxine in 1994, in 1996, and in 1998 she played Imogene Herdman, while I played Ralph Herdman.
They went around town the same way.
In 2000, she played Beth Bradley, while I portrayed Bob Bradley.
That's not very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
In the course of 2 years, we went from playing brother and sister to playing father and daughter. We hope you'll join us for the 15th production of The Best Christmas Pageant Ever at the Dallas Children's Theater. We look forward to seeing you at the curtain call.